If you've been considering buying a home, are you better off waiting for mortgage rates or home prices to fall before jumping into the market? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you which one plays a bigger role in determining how much your monthly payment is. And if you stick around until the end, I'm going to let you know where to find the absolute best opportunities in today's real estate market. So let's get into it right now. Hi, this is Andrew with the Andrew Smith team, eXp Realty in Frisco, Texas. And without a doubt, the real estate market is really challenging right now for anybody wanting or considering buying a home. I mean, mortgage rates are high, home prices are high, and there's tremendous uncertainty and anxiety about where the housing market is heading. As a result, I found that many buyers have adopted a wait and see attitude, which, to be honest, is perfectly understandable. People have a habit of freezing when there's a lot of uncertainty. But the truth is, nobody knows where this market is heading in terms of pricing or mortgage rates, as the predictions about both have been wrong all year and for the last couple of years, to be honest with you. And the vast majority of home buyers that I've spoken to that have decided to wait at this point in time are waiting on the hope that home prices fall. But the truth is, mortgage rates impact the monthly mortgage payment way more than home prices do. So let me show you what I mean. All right, what we're looking at right here is the buyer's purchasing power, assuming a home loan amount of $600,000. For the example today, I'm using the home loan amount rather than the purchase price, as we're tying this directly into the mortgage rates, but the information is valid either way. So right here, if you assumed a home loan amount of $600,000 at 8%, which is where mortgage rates have been recently, the monthly principal and interest on that would be $4,403 a month. So what would happen if home prices fell? Well, if we assume that prices were to come down 10%, well, in this case, we're going to assume that the prices fell enough that your home loan amount fell 10%. Here is what that looks like. Well, at $540,000, a 10% reduction, your monthly mortgage payment is now $3,962, a savings of $441 a month. Not bad at all. But let's assume for a minute that home prices didn't fall. They stayed exactly where they are right now, and that mortgage amount was still $600,000. But we were able to get mortgage rates 2% lower. Well, in that particular case, now all of a sudden, your monthly mortgage payment drops to $3,597. Same loan amount as what we're talking about today, but the difference was the mortgage rate fell by 2%. That resulted in a savings of $806 a month, just short of double what it was when the loan amount was reduced by 10%. Now, obviously, it would be outstanding if we could get the best of both worlds. We get falling home prices and we get falling mortgage rates. But is that realistic? Well, as I mentioned before, nobody really knows, but I can tell you that all of the experts are changing their tune on where they think home prices are heading overall. So this right here is a look at where the forecasts were at the end of December 2022, so just over a year ago, and where they are now. So as you can see, all of these entities listed on the screen here were forecasting negative price appreciation, anywhere from 0.6% all the way up to a high of 20%. And now, not one of them are forecasting price declines. They are all saying prices are either going to be flat or increasing by up to 5.5%. And obviously, this is going to depend on exactly where in the country you live. Is all real estate is local. But one thing I do want to point out is that while everyone is waiting for home prices to fall, the truth of the matter is they already have. And we're not seeing that in the media very much right now. A lot of what they're talking about is news about the previous predictions, and it's not based upon the absolute most current market data. As a matter of fact, if you want to get the most up-to-date market data for your neighborhood, in the description below, I've got a link to my Frisco market report. And from that report, you can look up any city or zip code in the entire area. But turning my attention specifically to Frisco, let me show you what I mean by home prices have, in fact, already fallen. Okay, what we're looking at here is the median sales price in Frisco, Texas over the last 3 years. And this is looking specifically at resale homes. So as you can see here, our prices actually peaked in April of 2022, and then they fell. They dropped down last year all the way into October, so exactly a year ago. We had a drop off in February of this year. And then since then, prices have actually started to go back up. Now, unlike many areas of the country, we have not yet recovered all of what was lost, but we are moving in that direction. The dip here that we're seeing in the end on the far right side of this chart is fairly common and normal, seasonal, what we are seeing. But the overall trend this year, as you can see, has still been up. As a matter of fact, year over year, we are currently up 8.7% in Frisco in the resale market. If I look at the new construction market, it paints a little bit of a different picture. Prices in the new construction market here in Frisco peaked in July of 2022 rather than April for the resale market. And look at this, they did go up towards the end of the year, but this year they've been steadily declining. Why is that? Well, the builders have all the inventory. The amount of resale homes for sale relative to the number of new construction homes is much lower. So the builders, especially in this area, have the majority of the inventory. And as you can see, their prices have come down. As a matter of fact, the median sales price of new construction is down 27.2% year over year. And that is where your opportunity lies. The new home builders do not want to get stuck with inventory. They are continuing to build, and I will say their sales are still very strong. And if you can find new construction opportunities where maybe there's a quick move-in home or there's a builder on closeout, then those are where you can actually get the absolute best opportunities possible in this market. You can negotiate on price and you can get the builder to contribute closing costs towards permanently buying the mortgage rate down. As a matter of fact, I'd like you to check out the video I've got linked right up here to one of those communities on builder closeout right now. And in the description below, I've got a link to all of the new construction homes currently for sale in the Frisco market. So new construction for anyone that's looking to buy is definitely where the best opportunities lie right now. And based on the absolute latest data, could prices still go down? Sure, they could. Nobody knows for sure, but based upon what we are seeing in the market right now and all of the leading indicators, it's looking as though pricing is going to end the year up year over year. And the first quarter of 2024 is looking as though it's going to start fairly solid. So if you'd like additional information on this or anything else in the Frisco market and you've got value out of this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video.